Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As always, it is a pleasure to be back with you all. Today the video that I have for you is speaking about the dangers of the Ouija board. A lot of you may know it as the Quija, and most of you may know it as the Ouija board. I am going to call it the Ouija board. Most people use the Ouija board as a spiritual development tool, which I do not advise. And the reason why is because there are many dangers to this board. This board is not something to play with. This board is not something that you should use or that I recommend, and that any professional with knowledge knows that this is not something recommended for spiritual development or in general to communicate with spiritual guides or those that have crossed over. The Ouija board is a doorway, a portal to the dark side. When you use the Ouija board, it does not matter if you have saged it. It does not matter if you have used holy water on it. It does not matter if you have prayed over it. It does not matter what you do. For some reason, which I yet to know, this Ouija board is just a portal, a doorway to the dark side. And as I said, it does not matter what you do to it and how you protect yourself. That door does not lead to the light. It does not lead to you connecting with your loved ones that have crossed over. It does not lead to you connecting with your guardian angels, spirit guides. Your spirit guides and guardian angels do not need a Ouija board to connect with you. You can connect with them at any time and anywhere. The reason why I advise on a white candle and a glass of water to connect with your spirit guides and also with your Loa, this is something that helps you develop. And the candle is light. Water is life. It brings forth the energy. And before using it, you present it to your guides and your protecting spirits. The spirits do not need the Ouija board to connect with you. You were born with these spirits. You were born with their protection. You were born with their guidance. All you have to do is listen. What happens when we make use of the Ouija board? What happens is that those earthbound spirits, those spirits trapped that have refused to cross over, they are immediately ready to make believe to you that you are connecting with your loved ones. They will tell you the right things. The problem is when you ask them their name. That's when you will know. And there will be several signs that you will know that you're not connecting with your so-called grandmother that passed away, with an aunt, uncle, or whoever it is. You will know. This is something that you can feel in your bones. Why? Because after you're done with this Ouija board and you try to close that portal or that door to the spiritual world, which you think you're connecting with, it will be very difficult to close. Once that door is open, it will never close. You can call on a priest, you can call on a spiritualist, that door will not close. Those spirits or whatever entities they are, they will follow you and your family wherever you go. These dark spirits will attack anyone that was involved in torture. Whoever was involved, it will attack your family. And sometimes these entities will even take possession of the person, of the main person or one of the ones involved, and use this person's body. The person will change completely because these lower level spirits, these dark spirits, will take over their thoughts, emotions, feelings, and everything. And the person will change. Because it's no longer them. It's this entity taking their body over. And it could even drive the person either to suicide or to commit some crime in their home. I have heard of many people that have used the Ouija board and their entire family have been attacked by these entities, because not only one entity will cross through that doorway, but several. That is why I'm warning you about this. Someone asked me, why you tell us about the warning but don't tell us how to use it correctly? Because I'm not here to tell you how to use a Ouija board. I am not going to do that to you. I am here to guide you in a safe and in a proper way for you to develop spiritually, to connect with your guides, spirits of light, beings of light, angels, spirit guides, protecting spirits, the law, if the law permit. One of the tools that I do not use and condemn the usage is the Ouija board. And most of the advice I give you guys is from experience. When I tell you don't do this, is because I went through that. What is the purpose of you making a mistake if I can warn you about it ahead of time? When I was young, I did not have a teacher. I did not have anyone to teach me. I was experiencing clairvoyance, clairaudience. I was hearing my spirits, and I was very, very curious. I read a lot, and that is something you also have to be aware, because a lot of things in books are things from hearsay, people that really do not have the knowledge, and they write things down. They write a book, and then what happens? It falls into the wrong hands. That is the reason why I say connect with your guides. They will never guide you wrong, and follow your intuition. I purchased a Ouija board when I was younger, and I tried to connect with a cousin of mine that had crossed over. Luckily, thank to God, my guardian angel and spirit guides, I thank them all the time, every time I think about that, that I guess I feel I was protected. Because I tried it once and then it just didn't feel right. I never used it again. And also I did not make the mistake of throwing it away, because that's another mistake that you can do, throwing it away. It's sort of like an offense to those spirits. So I stopped using it and I gave it to someone. But I did experience some really scary incidents, and I also started hearing some really I started having some strange thoughts that I knew they were not godly, that I knew these thoughts were not of spirits of light. I started experiencing depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and afterwards I found out they were caused by this whatever entity that had crossed through that Ouija board. And like I said, I do not know how, but thank God, thank God and my guardian angel, they protected me from this. But I did have some horrible experiences. And the worst thing, I did not have anyone to talk to. I kept all these things to myself. I knew what was going on, but I kept it all to myself. So that is why I warn you about it, because it can be worse. Luckily, I only tried it once and never again. The Ouija board is not a tool to develop spiritually. It's not a tool to use to connect with your spirit guides. You do not need a Ouija board at all. And as I mentioned, you do not throw it away. You give it to someone, and you warn that person about it so they can continue to pass it on until that person can get rid of it in a safe way. Any spirit that you connect with through the Ouija board is a dark entity. No light comes through there. It is extremely dangerous. It can destroy an entire family, and it can continue because these spirits will follow them. These entities, because they will become several. It's a doorway. You're opening the door. It's like leaving the door of your home opening and everybody just coming in and out. So for that person that asks me, why not teach us proper way, a safe way how to use it? I will not, because the Ouija board is not a tool to develop your spirituality. You do not need a Ouija board at all, or to even have it in your home. Already by having it in your home, you are inviting these entities into your home. You're opening that door slightly. This is something that should not be used even as a game. It is not a toy. It's not a game. Not something to play with. Because you're not only endangering your life, but you're endangering the life of others. Those around you, those involved, your friends, your families. Because these spirits can be in more than one place at a time. Just as they attack you, they can attack your friends. They can attack whoever was involved in this. So please be very careful. Take it very slow on your spiritual path to development. There is no need to rush. Everything comes in divine timing. As long as you're doing what is right, you're on the right path. Your guides are there. Your guardian angels there. And you can speak to them at any time. They will always listen and send you messages. Messages of peace and love. It's such a feeling that is very, very hard to put into words. When you're in the presence of these lower level spirits, it feels very uncomfortable. The thoughts are negative. Beings of light, thoughts are positive, feelings are positive, emotions are positive, and what you feel is love. Beings of darkness, what you feel is sadness, depression, suicidal thoughts, negative thoughts in general, negative emotions, and very low because you're vibrating low. So this is the difference, and that is why I teach you guys the difference when you're connecting with your spirits, how to know the difference. So stay away from the Ouija board. It's not something to play with. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video in regards to the dangers of the Ouija board, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, because we're almost reaching those 100K, and I have an incredible giveaway for you guys to show my appreciation and my love to all of you. God bless you, and much love and light to you all.